channel. Today we're talking about our two-phase screen planting. This is going to be such an awesome setup this fall. It's coming in nicely. It is mid-July and we've got 2 solid months here for the screen to grow, along with the food plots that we got tucked in on the other side of this blind. So right here we're gonna sneak down this row, pop right in. It's gonna be a sweet spot. We've used it a couple years now, and now we've incorporated this two-phase system. So we have the Egyptian wheat, which is an annual, and we have switchgrass, which is perennial. Now that will kind of work together. So this first year we're gonna have a screen, but then that gives the switchgrass some time, so we have a decent screen come next fall. So kind of a cool way to incorporate the screening. I'll kind of give some updates as we go and how this turns out, but I think it's already coming in, and I think there's actually a fair bit of switchgrass that I can see already growing in there. And now we have this huge weed protection. I mean, we got weeds in here a little bit, milkweeds and ragweeds. I see some clover, some other types of stuff in there that maybe is less than ideal, but that Egyptian wheat grows fast and it kind of chokes out a lot of stuff. So we're gonna give that switchgrass a real good chance come next fall. As you can see behind me, that like light green colored grass there, that's Egyptian wheat popping up, and that's the first stage of this screening. So this is gonna get super tall. I mean, probably to the top of the windows on the deer stand there. We're gonna have to actually cut some openings into this food plot just to even get a shot. But at about end of October, early November, it's knocked down enough where it's kind of open. So rather than continuing to plant over and over again this annual screen cover, we did something different and added this second phase to the screen that's going to be more long-term. Now with this long-term option, we've got switchgrass that got planted at the exact same time. We just broadcasted right into the dirt and we lightly disked the seed in. And what that's going to do is now it's going to go through this first season. We're going to reduce the weed competition by having this Egyptian wheat in here, which is going to give us an awesome screen and access from up that way into this stand. We've had some cool hunts in here, and I've actually killed one of, well, my biggest bow buck right back in there. So with this two-phase screen planting, we're going to maximize planting the switchgrass as a screen, but not missing out on that first year. So it kind of works out really well. Curious to see how it actually does. I've never done it before. This is a first experiment. All I know is the Egyptian wheat is coming in strong, looking really good, and we're going to be able to slip into the stand come September, October. So we're in the blind right now, and so down in the bottom there's a mock scrape. There's a food plot here that just got sprayed, and that extends out into a much larger food plot. We've got the screen all the way around us here, 360 degrees around the stand. And then we also planted this row up into these 2 big rows of this screen. So we have trees growing up in here. We're gonna have these couple layers of screen and then this wall of screen in here to make it really easy to slip right into the stand. And what that allows us, having that wall back there, we can shoot this entire food plot that way. We've had this planted in corn a couple of years, and it's been really good. It has not lasted till the late season though. It's been pretty well picked over by the rut. So we've kind of changed up some things. We got soybeans in here. We'll probably plant corn again maybe down the road. But what we're really doing is we're going to put a really high quality food source in here that doesn't get picked over so fast. And rather than having this all corn here, we would have the deer come from multiple different directions and then end up right there, and you couldn't shoot, you could hardly see them. So now we've got the screen cover protecting the visual from us getting in and out and moving around in the stand. But now we'll be able to actually see into this food a lot better. We've kind of just increased the food source here a little bit. That's going to be nice green forage and hopefully even some grain later on with these soybeans. Yeah, so this green, this Egyptian wheat's going to grow way up tall. And the hope is that come next year with that switchgrass coming in, we're going to be able to have really good access in and out, but we're not going to have that get knocked down quite as easy. Plus, it's going to be just a little lower than this Egyptian wheat, so we'll be able to shoot through or over it a lot easier, I think. But it's looking good. Alright, we hope you enjoyed that brief video on this two-phase screen planting. We are going to get back to our food plot maintenance because we got a lot to do yet. We have a tank full of glyphosate that we're going to kill some stuff. So we got to get back to it. I look forward to accessing through this Egyptian wheat and switchgrass in the years to come. If you want to get the how-to on how to plant this and how to put this together, watch this next video. See you on the land.